Yeah, at some point I did realize how many people you were touching, and that you, in this little coastal area, in these little towns, because you'd be referring to all these people in Rockaway, people in Nehalem, in Wheeler, in Manzanita, and as you said previously, you've been up the coast to Cannon Beach and Astoria too. So no, I'm not surprised at how many people you have reached because of this phenomenon that is uniquely you, and that so far in this lifetime, maybe if I met, one of the real biggie woo-woos, I would see this phenomenon also. But you're never not on. You're always on. You're always the changer. You're always out there touching people.
But am I touching them in bad ways?
Energetically.
Right. No, I know. But am I touching them? Is my intention ever negative? Like, am I ever trying to hurt somebody, even if it hurts?
No. It's your purpose. It's what you do. And it's your purpose is literally to awaken the beings, which I myself have received channeling that says, for this transition that the planet and humanity is going through, it is very, very important that human beings be awakened to the fact that it is happening, because the transition will be, no matter what the outcome, will be much more
charming,
comfortable. Let's say charming for people if they know and accept that this is what we're in, than it is to be completely ignorant or completely resistant to that fact. So,
and then it becomes a very painful experience.
Part of my purpose is to be here to also tell other people about this, and that's the reason I'm sitting in front of this camera. Is
because you don't enjoy a camera.
Game on.
Well, everybody. You don't enjoy a camera any more than I do.
Not really. I'm getting more used to it, and
because it's in the conversation.
Not just that, but because my purpose requires that I don't focus on my ego and how I look in front of the camera.
Okay, so time out. Human Dana would like to bitch for 1 second, and this is when you get pissed at me. I'm like, why did it take a fucking year? But here we are doing the same fucking thing we did a year ago. So I'm like, okay, let's do it.
Do you know what I mean? Because not all of us are in lightning speed time to
but that's
heal
what
the
you
shit that we
say.
heal. That's what I say, and she says, do it in a split second. Do it now.
No, I say do it in a split second because I am the dumbest person alive. If I can do this, I'm serious. If I can do this in a split second, and I figured it out just as quickly as you guys lived it in your whole lifetime.
Yeah, I know, but honestly, we aren't quite the same as you.
Everybody is if I am. You have to be ignored and hated and rejected enough.
Outside of this reality, this earth plane, yes, that's
But
true.
I only know this earth plane. This is where, like, I can't...
That's not true. That's your...
But, sure. But literally, I only know what I've experienced, and the shit I've experienced is ridiculous. And I just, literally, that is where I draw all of my knowings from, or whatever the fuck any woo-woo or any fucking buddy wants to call it. Like, I don't sit around and go, what am I going to channel now? I don't. And people who take money to...
because you're the radio, the dial is on and it never goes off.
Right, but then, like, I'm getting, like, bored. Not even bored. It's exhausting to do it one-on-one, so that's why I'm not doing it one-on-one anymore, because a million fucking psychics of all fucking things have told me I have to do this. I don't want to do this. Just like everybody else. You don't want to fucking... You don't want to quit your job and go be a farmer? Well, you do, but you won't. And that's kind of like the thing. If you're not doing something that's going to make your life infinitely better 40 years from now, right now, you're a fucking moron and you're going to be dead in 40 years. And I'm not saying that kind of shit to people to scare them. That is a fact. If 40 years from now even exists, because if I don't wake up enough people right now, and the people that I know, because if it's not reaching you, then I don't know you, and I don't need to know you, and I'm not going to be here on this planet with you after the shift. So I don't give a fuck. This only matters to any one human being in a human life form that wants to enjoy the next 100 years, maybe. I don't know. If I'm such a fucking oracle, maybe I can make time stop. But in the meantime, I need to make, like, time the fuck out for people who... need their time to, like, everybody needs a kick in the nuts. Like, before you can undo anything, you have to stop what you're doing.
Right.
And assess what the fuck is going on around you.
And most of that stuff is just distraction.
Well, and if you're in motion, you can't see what's swirling around you. You're part of the swirl. But if you stop and you, like, what's going on in my home? What's going on in my job? What's going on in my personal life? What's going on in my what do I want to be when I grow up world? Because that's the only world anybody needs to worry about right now. If you're not going to grow up, doing anything right now is a waste of time. If you're not interested in, like, really being here in 40 years to kick it with your grandkids, please leave now. Because there is so much shit to clean up that there's no time for all the riffraff who want to watch football and fucking reality TV of morons going berserk over celebrity status on the television.
The real reality TV is much more interesting.
The shift is the real reality TV is to fucking quit watching the news to be horrified. Start watching the news to figure out what the problems are and go straight to a solution. If you pretend like time and money don't exist. Because time and money do not exist in my world. I'm not interested in free will, I'm interested in free space. This is my world. And I'm fucking in the middle of Armageddon and everybody around me is like, slow death sounds great, sign me up. That's such a fail.
Yeah, if we gave out report cards for every being on the planet, every human being on the planet, I'm afraid most of us would get big Fs.
And who do you think is passing out the report cards?
You are? No. You are. I can tell you are.
Have you noticed lately I've been running around going fail.
I just got a big incomplete. I felt like I got an incomplete. Because you can see some of us were...
Sleeping dragons are allowed to wake up.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's allowed.
Yeah.
But right the fuck now. And on my, like, there's only one time now. Dude, I'm resetting the clock for Jesus and all of the fucking Christians.